will not be televised. That was about the fact that the first change that takes place is in your mind. You have to change your mind before you change the way you live and the way you move.
Good morning, world. It's your boy FRE$H Fresh. And I'd like to welcome you to my first, most likely only mixtape. Dare to be different. Hey, yo, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy FRE$H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY. Don't ask why, just check out the channel. And welcome back to a Money Talk Monday. Ooh. Breaking news. United Airlines, Alaskan Airlines, and a couple other airlines say you no longer have to wear masks on the airplane. That has been changed after a federal judge retracted the law that they made. And I'm literally just reading it as y'all. So far, a lot of airlines are saying no more masks on the plane. I know that's not the topic, but I wanted to start off with that because I literally just got that. Hopefully the flight prices will drop next. All right, so basically, I started off with that video because, as you guys know, as you ladies know, the topic is how do you spend your time? Now, the reason why I say this is because a lot of people have been asking for, financial advice and, with the inflation that's occurring, with the high prices of real estate and, the money value going down in the United States. A lot of people want to know what they can do right away. A lot of people don't want to go the whole 10 years and try to plan out. So a lot of people want to know what you can do right away. But the most important thing you can do is change the way you think and change how you spend your time. For example, as you guys seen on the thumbnail, you got Love and Hip Hop and you got Minority Mindset. I watched Minority Mindset. I could have put Robert Kiyosaki. I could have put a lot of other things up there. But here's the thing. A smart man said, you make up your life and you will only be as successful as the 4 people that are around you. So if you take a close look at your friends, anybody's in the chat room, I'll shout you guys out in a second, ladies too. Take a good look at your 4 closest friends. That makes 5 of you. If 4 of them are successful and you're the 5th, odds are you're going to be successful. If 3 of them are successful and you're the 4th, odds are you're going to be successful. But once you start getting into that 3 out of 5, 2 out of 5, you spending your time with them every day, you got to start to realize that it's going to be a lot more harder to be successful. Also, what you do as far as what kind of television you watch, as far as what kind of programs you listen to on the internet or YouTube, all that takes part. And that's stuff you can do right now. A lot of people that, I try to tell people the 10-year plan I did, which is still possible now, but it's just going to move a little slower because real estate costs more money now. But it all starts with changing your mind. So let me shout everybody in the room real quick. Dashier Woods, what's going on? You guys know I normally start at 10 o'clock, but the homie King James or Kings and Dreams is getting up with Zoom to Thailand. Andre from Love Crossing Borders, Telemade Dreams, and King James. They're going live on King James channel. So I figured I'll come a little bit earlier. We'll discuss the Money Talk Mondays, and we'll go for like 20 minutes. And if you guys got any questions after that, I'll answer your question. Global Paper, what's going on? I see Buck Travel didn't beat you to the dips. Brazil to die. Models and bottles for life. Investments to die. Shoe game, watch game, content game is bananas. Dog Nuts, what's going on, man? It's Don. What to do, man? I want to be able to make investments in a remote way. Any advice? I will get to that in a second. We just try everybody out first. Zay, what up, Zay? Who else is here? What's going on? Be more in the building. Baltimore in the building, man. All right, so I guess I'll start with Don just so I don't forget it, and then we'll get back to the topic and whatnot. So Don goes, I want to make investments in a remote way. any advice. Now, for me, it really depends on your trust level. Like I need to be able to see my investments. I know they say you got to be able to you trust advisors because you can get a financial advisor. You can invest in mutual funds, ETFs, stuff that is low risk but low reward as well. But it's more consistent in these times that are crazy. But for me, I'm a big real estate man. So it's going to be a little bit difficult at first to invest in real estate remote until you get a core 4 or core 5 of 5 people like a plumber, electrician, contractor, cleaning services, and a lawyer. You get those 4 or 5, you can do real estate from remote. Aside from that, the stock market is the only way I can think about making investments. The bond market is not making enough income. You can invest in dividends. You need a large amount of money. So I'd say definitely build your team and then try to do real estate. I should see some. Let me see. I actually said I was going to cut my internet off. Everything I need. I actually said I was going to cut my internet off. Everything I need net field in my phone. Can you? Whoa, I'm ready wrong. I actually said I'm going to cut my internet off. Everything I need can fit. I can use my phone for it. Then I'm good, I guess. Here's the thing, y'all. For me, from what this world is, the internet has given you an abundance of information that can help you invest, that can help you attain wealth, that can help you learn about stuff. But it's also giving you a plethora of distractions. I mean, I know here's the thing, and everybody's thinking, oh, I'm just talking about the love and hip hop and things like that. No, let's say you watch sports, right? You come home from work, you kick your feet up, you pop a cold beer, the American way. You kick your feet up, you pop a cold beer, you turn on the sports game, right? So you're gonna watch the announcers first for about 30 minutes. You're gonna watch the football game for about 2 hours. Then you're gonna watch the after highlights for another 2 hours. So now you've been at work for 8 hours. You come home, you spend another 6 hours watching the football, watching basketball, watching baseball, whatever you watch, hockey, and then you go to bed. But then you wonder why you're not building wealth. You're not obtaining wealth. Well, it's the same thing if you watch drama stuff. So I don't want you guys to think that if I watch football and you watch love and hip hop, I'm spending my time better. No, it's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. Like, let me give you guys an example how I do. When I wake up in the morning, right? And I'm going to get to the rest of your comments too. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do, I look at my phone because I have a business. One of my businesses is YouTube. So if I want to keep my business at YouTube going good, the first thing I have to do is I have to answer all the comments and I have to spend time on my Instagram responding to all the comments as well. The reason why I do this is because it shows interaction. This is me focusing on my business. It's the first thing I do in the morning. I wake up at like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I'm laying in the bed just answering comments, requests and stuff like that to show that I'm available for everybody, right? So I finish with that. Boom. Get in the shower. Boom, boom, boom. Take about 15 minutes, get in the shower, quick shower, and I'm out, right? Get dressed. So then after I get dressed, I look to see, before I leave for work at 7:30, I look on my phone and I see the news and see what's going on for the day. Not as much as the news, but I check social media, Instagram, and all that stuff, because as a person who has a YouTube channel, I need to be aware of what's going on at all times, especially as a person who travels on a plane a lot. So I check that. This is all in the first, I'd say, hour. All in the first hour of my day. So I'm all moving. Then the next thing I do, I drive to work. As I'm driving to work, I'm listening to podcasts that I've done before to see how I can better myself. This is how I'm spending my time. I see how I can better myself by listening to the podcasts that I did or shows that I'm on somebody else's channel. I listen to it while I'm driving to work, because you're not supposed to be looking at it. So I'm driving to work and I'm listening to it. Oh, I could have did that better. I could have said that. I could have did that. Mind you, I'm focusing, maximizing my time. So I get to work. At work, I drive trucks, so I can't watch it, but I can still listen. I got my radio. What do I do now? I turn on Minority Mindset. Why? Because Minority Mindset is the educational channel about finance that keeps you in tune on what's happening financially. This is because all this time, this is, mind you, this is only from 5:30, let's just say 6 o'clock in the morning to about 8:30 in the morning. So in this 2 hours, I've done all this. I've done all this. Yes, I could have sat on Instagram and looked at all the funny pictures and funny memes and stuff, but no, I have a schedule of how I balance out everything because too much of anything is bad. So now we're at 8 o'clock, right? We're at 8 o'clock and I've already replied to at least 30 comments on YouTube. I replied to at least 15 inboxes on Instagram. I've taken a shower. I've gotten dressed. Now, one thing I do want to add to my schedule is working out, running on a treadmill, walking on a treadmill. But I'm going to get that around to that eventually. I've backtracked on my business. I've checked up on my business by when I was driving to work. And on top of that, I've increased my knowledge on what's going on in the financial community all before 8 o'clock. All before 8 o'clock. And then I'm at work. So when I'm at work, I'm still increasing. I might listen to some music to balance it out, make my day go faster. Or I might listen to some more financial stuff from like, another motivational channel or something like that. But that's that. Then when I come home, right? When I come home from work, I usually get off work at like 3 o'clock. When I come home from work, I go straight to the internet to find out if Mondays, we got a Money Talk Mondays. Wednesday, we got the dating from the single man, millennial dating from the single man's perspective. And Fridays, when I don't go to Mexico, when I don't go to Miami, we have the town halls. So I have this is like I said, this is all about balancing your time. As you guys can see, and I'll get to your comments soon to see what as you can see, I'm consistently focusing on balancing my time. I don't spend a lot of time watching entertainment TV and stuff. I don't spend a lot of time watching sports. I don't spend a lot of time, if I'm not with my kids, I don't spend a lot of time, going out and doing stuff during the week because I'm focused on building wealth. And this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Like we're so like, first of all, we as a minority are so far behind that if you really want to catch up, you got to be even more focused than me. Secondly, in this world in the United States, it's going to be a point where they just are not going to help anybody else out anymore. It's going to come to that point. And I'm just trying to be prepared for that when it happens. And I want my kids to be prepared for it. But let me get your comments some more, y'all. Let me see. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Let me see. I was going to move to Mexico with $12K, but my brother just bought a house and said I can move in for $350 a month. I figured I should take the opportunity and save up $15K more. This is a good idea, man. Don, this is a great idea. Here's why. One, you're going to be helping your brother out. Two, you're going to be saving a lot of money. Three, once you get the understanding of how it works, because your brother most likely will need you to do stuff like at the house. If he's not living there, he will need you to do stuff at the house, or you'll be able to learn from him how to run a house so that once you save up that $15K more and you have a total of $27K, you can go get your own property and invest and get tenants for that. So yes, I think this is a better idea than just moving to Mexico with $12K. Once you get your first house, then you can revisit that whole moving to Mexico thing, Don. That's my opinion. Yeah, let me see. Going to invest the time I spend on the net on myself. Yes, the best investment you can make, and as you guys know, I can't wait till the show drop. I'll show you. I'll show you on the show. But as you guys know, I own two houses in New Jersey, one house in Miami, and I'm investing in stocks and all this stuff. But the most important investment you can make is in your mind. And I know it sounds crazy, but the most important investment you can make is educating your mind to know different ways to make it and different options that you can have. And yes, investing in yourself is good, definitely. Let me see. Omar Suarez, what's going on, DC? Man, yeah, I'm just trying to show people that, listen, the reason why, it may seem like I travel a lot, I do a lot of fun, I have a lot of fun, but everything I do, I plan out my time very well because of the fact that you're not gonna get your time back, man. And who knows? Like I said, recently, and we're 15 minutes in. Recently, I had my first bout with old age. I had my first bout with old age. I was at work. I was running to a stop, and I felt like a sharp pain underneath my calf muscle, underneath my thigh calf muscle. So I'm like, oh, what's that? I pulled my groin. Right? I'm gonna put my tendon. I put my tendon. Luckily, it was only a sprain on my hamstring. I pulled my hamstring. So luckily, it was only a strain and not a second tier pull. But that was the first time in my life I've ever done that. But I'm at the point now where I got about 6 more years before I feel comfortable with retiring. Because, like I said, I believe that. I mean, I can retire. I could have retired before, but I believe that you need to show your children that there is options. Because if you just try to do what other people do, is force your children to be entrepreneurs, and they can't make it and they fail, they're gonna feel like a failure. So I feel as though, I showed them by working 25 years and then I can retire. But yeah, I got my first bout with old age, and luckily it went away like in a week, and I was able to do that. But now I have to be conscious. I have to be conscious that, oh shoot, I'm getting older. I can't really do what I was doing before. But I'm happy that I spent my time correctly. I was able to spend my time correctly. So now that I get older, I can retire at 44, 45, when most people wouldn't, because they didn't spend the time wisely. And that's what I'm trying to get to you guys, to let people know. Like, every single, and I didn't think about 10 years down the line as much as I thought about every day. What could I do every day to maximize my time? How much time was I spending? And it's not just spending it on the internet, because you can spend a lot of time on the internet and it'd make sense. But how many videos are you watching about something that you can learn from, or something that you can use? And how many videos are you watching for entertainment? How long are you watching music videos and not doing anything? How long are you playing video games? How long are you outside working out, playing basketball, doing stuff that may not take you to the next level financially? I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying, if you really want to succeed in life, you have to have a balance. And your balance has to be leaned more towards your ultimate goal. For example, right now, my balance is, because I wasn't able to get my place in Mexico, because I couldn't refinance my house, because I write a lot off of my taxes, my balance switched from getting a place in Mexico, 60%, to going down to 30% on that, and taking my business YouTube channel and traveling up from 40% to 60%. See, in the meantime, while I'm still stacking my bread from Mexico, now I'm focusing on my YouTube channel. So whereas I told you guys I'm going on a trip internationally twice a year, now I can go 3, maybe 4 times a year, because I switched the balance. But everything is still balanced. The Mexico house is still building. I'm still working at my 9 to, well, it's not even 9 to 5. I don't work that much anymore. The whole thing is that I gave up time, like I said, management. I gave up time at my job, my 9 to 5, quote unquote 9 to 5, so that I can get off earlier, so I can get back to my house and work on my business. Because for all those that don't know, if you haven't checked my videos already, when I travel the world, when I do all this stuff, bro, when I get like 45, 50, I might not be doing the same thing I'm doing now. I may have one of those channels that just don't travel anymore and just talk to you guys via here, or I might not have a channel at all and might just leave my stuff up there that it's up there already. But right now, while I can move around and while things are getting almost back to normal with the traveling and stuff, yeah, that's the balance, man. It's all about balance. Let me get some more questions in here. Thanks, bro. I could stay as long as I want. How much do you think I should save? What's the max you would spend on a house hack for my first property? Okay, so let me break down to you guys. A lot of people coming new to the channel, and sometimes people don't check the channel, the part of the channel where I have my financial passive income investment ideas and stuff. So let me tell you this: when I bought my first house in West Orange, New Jersey, it cost me $250,000. Now, your first house, you're able to leave 3.5%. But what I did was I left 5% down. 5% down was about $18,000. No, it wasn't. It was about $10,000, something like that. It was like $10,000, and then I needed another $8,000 and some change for closing or something like that. So altogether, it ended up being like 24,000. So that was back in 2017. You know, everything's a little bit more expensive now, but you can also still leave 3.5 down instead of 5%. So I'd say save up 30,000. If you can save up 30K, you can go get a house today. And what you want to do is you want to make sure you get a duplex, because with the duplex, I don't know if your brother got a duplex and that's how you're able to live there, but with a duplex, what you do is for the first year, you rent the second floor and you live on the first floor, right? The reason why I say that is because you don't want tenants complaining about people stepping on the ceiling, right? So you rent the first year, you live on the first floor, you rent the second floor. You may have to pay a little bit of money that year because houses are expensive, but most of the time the tenant will be paying more than half of your mortgage, right? After you live there for the first year, what you do is you move down into the basement, you fix the basement up, and you rent the first floor out. The reason why you do this is because you got to make sure it's separate electric and separate gas. If you use gas, but you use electric. You do that because of the fact that you want to maximize the house. And to maximize the house, you have two people paying rent and you're living free. Well, now that $450 or $350 that your brother have you paying, you're not paying nothing. And on top of that, you're getting money. And on top of that, you have a place to stay. So now if you want to go live in Mexico for a few months, based on your income, you can. And you can still have a place to come to when you're back in the States. And I think that's a big thing, man. It's a big thing because here's the thing. Balance. Once again, we get back to balance. A lot of people, and there's nothing wrong if they found a way, but for me, let me put it down. For me, a lot of people, they do stuff now that they will have to continue to do in the future because they haven't built a home base. They haven't built a place where they can come back to whether it's in the States, whether it's out the States. A lot of people haven't built a place they can come back to, and they just travel. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't want people to think there's nothing wrong with that. But for me, I feel as though that balances you off a little bit wrong. I mean, it balances you off a little bit bad because if we go through a major pandemic again, and now everybody has to come back to the States, and you can't come back to the States, it's an issue. At the same time, you know, it's not good to have all your stuff in the States and not ever know about the outside. So it's about balance. Let me see. Omar Swallow says, "Can I add a few comments live?" Yeah, D. Smith, I'm going to put the link in the room in about 7 minutes because this live is only going to be 45 minutes, and then I'm going to go to King James live with Telemade Dreams, Andre from Love Crossing Borders, and Zoom to Thailand. So this is going to be like 15 minutes longer. So in like 5 minutes, I'll put the link in the room for anybody who wants to come in and speak. Yeah, definitely. Todd, what's going on, Todd? Listen, man. But in the meantime, before I put the link in the room in like 5 minutes, if you guys got any questions on anything, you can ask me now. I just wanted to get this information about balance off because, like I said, when I make these videos because I want people to, you know, see how I'm able to do what I do. I think that's one of the best things you can do. Not only just do it and show people what you can do and show people that I got these nice, amazing women. I take these fancy trips. I got the nice cars, I got the houses, but to show you how I do it and balance with balancing your time is a major part. If it's not one, it's probably two. I look on Zillow, not many duplexes in the Charlotte area. I mean, the thing is like this, like for me, anywhere within maybe a 45-minute drive, I would consider getting a place in because Charlotte is booming right now, man. A lot of places are booming right now. But anywhere within a 45-minute drive, I guess I would try that. You did one in Tijuana? No, I haven't been in Tijuana yet. But Todd, if you need more information on Tijuana, I would suggest checking out Big Boss Real Talk, his channel, and checking out Milano the Travel Boy, because both of them have been to Tijuana, and they have a lot of information on Tijuana, and that's the best part of the Black Man's Guide, man. Warrior Walker, what's up, man? You make sure y'all subscribe to Warrior Walker too. Let me see, while we got like 4 more minutes before I put the link in the room. Let me see if I can share the screen and we can walk through Charlotte for the young brother. Let's see. Realtor.com. What are we looking at? We're looking at Charlotte. Let's look for money talk. Charlotte, North Carolina. Wait. Where you are? Charlotte, North Carolina. And then we're going to go for property type. We'll go for multifamily homes. And we'll do the price, because it's your first home. I'm going to presume you only make as much as I made when I bought my first home. So let's say we want to stay under 300,000. Oh, no, wrong one. We want to stay for any price to under 300,000. Oh, 350? Dang. We're going to look there, right? Wow, it's not even a lot. But now there's not a lot in Charlotte, right? But there is these already offered. Wow. But there is some about 20 miles out. Like I said, sometimes you won't be able to get it in the exact town you want, but if as long as within a 45-minute drive that you can get to, I feel as though that's still a proper investment. Now, for example, look, and I'm just going, it's not going to be the best math and stuff. I'm just going off of quick math. Just looking, this is a contingent. I don't want to look at anyone's that's contingent. This looks okay. I don't know what Gastonia is. But 295 is close to 3. I want to try to get something different. Concord, North Carolina. All right, so I don't know how far Concord is, but let's see. Let me ask before I do. Let me ask. You said Charlotte, right? Let me see. 1 second, y'all. I'm just helping his brother out as we do this now. How far is Charlotte, North Carolina from Concord, North Carolina?
The drive from Concord to Charlotte is 26.9 miles.
All right, so it's like 40 minutes. All right, so this should be a good one. Let's look at this one right here, right? All right, so boom. We're looking at this one right here, and this, for anybody that want to check, this is on realtor.com. We're gonna go through we're gonna go through this real quick. All right, I'm gonna get you our comments after we go through this real quick. All right, so look, it's $225,000, right? What is 3.5% of $225,000?
The answer is 7,875 United States dollars.
All right, so 708. So if you leave 3.5% down, because that means you're gonna live in it, and it's $7,875. Let's add another $5,000 for closing costs. Let's add another $6,000 for closing costs. Let's just say altogether you need $14,000 to buy this. All in, you need $14,000 to buy this, right? So if you need $14,000 to get this house, right? And let's say this house looks like it's gonna need to be fixed up a little bit. I wouldn't be able to tell how much, but it definitely looks like it's gonna have to be fixed up a little bit. So let's say let's give it like another $20,000. You're gonna need another 20, but you can also get a 2 or 3K loan, which means they can include it in the cost. So let's say they go to 2 or 3K loan, right? So basically, if you add the 20, let's say you add 30,000, right? So you're gonna add 30,000 to this. So all together, you're gonna be spending 255,000. How much is 3.5% of 255,000?
3.5% of 255,000.
89.
9,920.
So let's say $9,000 you're gonna need for the down deposit. You're gonna need another $7,000 for closing. So let's say 16,000, right? So you need 16,000 to close on this place and have the money to fix it up, right? Let's see how much rent it rents for. Property details. Excellent income producing property, blah, 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 blah. It's 2 units are ready to rent and currently occupied. The 3rd unit is a blank slate to build new owner's home to specification. So basically, this is a triplex. A triplex means 3 units or more, which means that automatically you'll have a place to stay because it's empty, and 2 tenants already coming with rent. Now, how much is the rent going for? Let me see. Your monthly payment, right? Let's see. We can calculate all this right now. And I know you guys, the monthly payment. Wow, we're not gonna put 20%. You're not gonna put 20% down because you're gonna live there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna and I don't even home insurance. Let's say the price is, because you're gonna include the fixing price, $255, and your down payment is going to be. You actually might need to put 5% down. You might actually need to put 5% down because this market is kind of tough. So let's say I don't even want to jip it out. This market kind of tough. You might have to put 5% down. All right. So you put 5% down, update and close. Here we go. All right. The total due at closing would be $2,200, right? 12 would be down payment, 10 to be things. So you need $22,000, right? Your principal and interest, how much you paying a month? Let's see. A month you're gonna be paying 16, right? So check this out. How do I find out the rents? All right, this is how we find out the rents. I'm gonna write this down. I'm doing this because I just want to show people it's possible. And let me get a pen real quick. Hold on, let me get a pen real quick. I still got it. Let's see. All right, y'all. If you're just walking in, I'm just doing this to show people. All right, so you need $22,000. Let's just say $23,000. You need $23,000 to close on this property. It's going to be $1,672 a month, right? So let's see how many. Let's go back. Let's see how many. Oh, let's go forward. How do we go forward? Where was we at? Right here. Let's see how many bedrooms is in each thing. So it's 3, right? That means each of them is a 3-bedroom because 3 times 3 is 9, right? So each is a 3-bedroom. So to find out how much a 3-bedroom will rent for, and what's this? Let me write this down. Concord, North Carolina. Concord, North Carolina. Then what you do is you go right to rent, right? And then you want to put in Concord, North Carolina here. I'm showing you a walkthrough. Concord, North Carolina. And you want to search. And then, shucks, go back. Go back. More filters. You're looking for, let me see. 3-bedroom. Come on. Home size. There we go. Nope, not home size. Unit features. Washington Triangle. Nope. You're looking to rent for apartment. All right, so let's look. I don't know the 3-bedroom at, but let's see. All right, so here we go. We're not gonna go with these prices because these are brand new properties. So we're gonna look for something that's like a townhouse or something with a separate unit. I don't want nothing too new. I want something older. So we're just browsing through. This is all looking new. These all look new. Man, all the stuff looks new. Let's look for something a little bit older. All right, so that's a foundation home. Let's see something. This all looks new. Wow, this is crazy. All right, this let's go with this right here. That's a 4-bedroom now. See. Hold up. And I noticed. All right, here we go. Right here. Boom. Here we go. Right here. All right. So this is in Concord. It's a 3-bedroom. It's a 2-bath. So we're gonna have to deduct some of this. We're gonna have to deduct some of this money because a 2-bathroom is probably gonna do, let's say, $300 more. Let's say $300 more, right? So let's say you have 3 units, right? For each unit, each of the 2 units that you're not renting, you could take rent up to maybe, let's just say 11. Let's underestimate. Let's say each unit is 1,100, right? No, 1,100. Let's say each unit is 1,100. So you got 2 units at 1,100. You got $2,200 income coming in, right? Off the back for this property. Like I said, this is estimating you only need $30,000. And I don't know who said it, but this is just estimating you only need $30,000 to fix it up. You're buying the property. Let's go back. The property is the property was $225, right? Let me see if I can go back to this property. Hold on a second. Let's back up. Here we go. Right there. You guys see it? All right, cool. So now that we've seen this, the property is $225. You're going to take a 203K, which means you're going to ask for another $30,000. You're going to buy it for $255,000. You're going to need $23,000 down. You off back because you got to fix up one. You got to fix up one unit because they're the unit you're living in. Off back, you'll be making $2,200. Well, not off back. Let's say I don't know how much they're paying, but let's say they're only paying $2,000 because you can maximize this at $2,200. But let's say the tenants now are only paying $2,000 per unit because it's 3-bedroom unit, right? You would be making. Let me see. Carry the one and make that 9. Oh no, kind of 9, 9, 1. That's 8, 2, 4. You would be making $428 off of this right here and living free. And this is only 30 minutes out of Charlotte. So in just that fast, we calculated the numbers on this. Just that fast, we calculated the number on this. On this property, if you bought this property for $255 with the 203K loan, which is $225 plus the $30,000, you would be profiting $428 a month, and you would have a place to live free. But you would need $23,000 down. And it's just that simple, man. Like I said, if I went into more details, we could have probably found better deals, more space, and all that stuff. But it was just I just wanted to say because he just said I looked in Zillow, not many duplexes in Charlotte. So what we did was we looked outside of the area. We found a random apartment. We figured out what the rent for that area is. We figured out how much of a down deposit he needs. We added some costs for home improvement off the back. And it ended up where this property right here makes him $428 and he's living there free. I try to tell you guys, man, listen, it just takes time. It's all about balancing stuff off, man. And we almost over the time. So let me put the link in the chat so D Smith could come do a testimonial and then we'll bang out because like I said, I want to make sure I bang out enough time to watch Kings and Dreams podcast show. All right, so let me bring that out real quick. D Smith, I'm gonna put the link in the room for you to put the testimonial out. Share, and we're gonna do this hopefully like in 5 minutes. All right, one second. Share, no, invite, copy the clipboard, paste. There you go. All right, come on, D Smith. I just pasted it in the room. Let me go to the other comments while over there, man. Let me see. If you can't get a multifamily, get a house near an army base or a college. Dasher Woods, that's a good idea. Also, if you have a place to stay, which he does because he can stay at his brother's house and pay $350. But I always think for the first property, you want somewhere that you can live because that is highly important. It's highly important to have a place that you can live for your first property. And I don't mean a one family you can live in. I mean a multifamily where you can have income and still live. Let me see. Yeah, we found that out too. Greensboro, North Carolina is less than Charlotte and is growing. See, Jay Brass, this is the greatest part. You got people in the chat room who know more about this area. Like I said, I was just doing a Google search to find out how close stuff was, and I found something. So if you got somebody that can help you, you definitely want to link up with Jay Brass. Of course, man. Of course, we got to, man. We got to share the knowledge because we ain't going to learn this in school. We ain't going to learn this from anybody. We got to go out and find this. Thanks. Never thought of Greensboro. Yeah, exactly. And what's the name? If you still here? Oh, before I see you. There you go. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's up? How's it going?
Pretty good. We're trying to get you on here before we end this. So
yeah,
go ahead and we're gonna inspire, man.
Okay, I'll be brief. One of the things that I want to point out is, like, once you get this kind of money, that's where discipline comes in because you're throwing around a lot of numbers here for a lot of people that $20,000, $30,000. You're gonna get that money. You have to be disciplined. You have to be focused, and you have to. When you get your money, you got to renovate, and you got to be smart. You got to watch YouTube videos on how to do the renovation, plumbing, electrical. You got guys that's going to come in. They're going to give you prices. You got to shop around. You got to be smart. And the other thing there's a lot of points I want to mention, but I know I'm not going to get a lot of about myself, but I'm very successful. I own a lot of property. I'm doing exceptionally well. But let me just say this. You can't be distracted because the world we live in now, there's so many distractions. Like this Will Smith thing, people call it. It takes time. It's unproductive time, and you can't get caught up in the politics, Democrat, Republican. You'll be on the phone hours talking with relatives, men and women hating each other. Those are all distractions. Like Fresh said, you wake up in the morning, you stay focused. Don't let the news, the media, it'll have your head spinning. Racial stuff. Oh, another guy got shot. These things it's gonna consume you. So the scenario that Fresh just gave you, if you're gonna do that scenario, that's great. But you're gonna have to be focused. You can't get distracted with other things. The money's gonna come. You're gonna get $20,000. Oh, I got $20K. Then you look at all these. We live in a capitalist society. Look at the new car. Look at the new this, that. It's very tempting to want to spend the money on something else. You have to stay focused. I'm going to get my renovation done. I'm going to shop around. I'm going to be smart. I'm going to watch YouTube videos on how to renovate a duplex. I'm going to familiarize myself with the process if you don't have the skills already. I started that way. I had to build myself up. I kept my money. This is, long 15, 20 years ago when I started. Stay focused, kept my money in place. And, that's the message I wanted to give. That you can do these things. Hey, honey, my daughter playing. But no, you have to stay focused, guys. That's the only message I want to give. Please stay focused, because if you don't,
the thing is that I think people, you have to realize this: you can live a life of luxury, or you can live a life of freedom. I always put freedom above luxury, because you can always get luxury, but you might not always be able to get freedom, especially if you go into big credit card debt, especially if you go to big college tuition, debt, especially if you have a big debt because of the luxury that you wanted. So focus on freedom first, because freedom is more important.
Yeah, and remember this, like if you're spending, like you don't ever want to overspend, like live beyond your means. You want to live below your means, because the only way you're going to be free is you can't have these debt collectors after you. You can't be in extreme debt. If you're in a lot of debt, you're not free. You're an economic slave. If you're not living every month, my slate is 100%. Obviously I'm in a unique situation, but you got to really make sure you don't get tempted by these finance. Oh, the new iPhone. Oh yeah, it's only $100 a month. Then you get this. Oh, it's only $50 a month. And then before you know it, you got all these bills coming in, and you got all these expenses that you're trying to keep your head above water, and you can never get out because you're in so much debt. The only, real estate is not really a debt; it's an asset. When you buy it, it's an asset. It's something you own, you physically, tangibly touch, and it appreciates in value. All this other stuff, most of it depreciates in value. So I have a lot more to say, but I know you got to get going, Fred. So,
man, listen. I always appreciate when a wise brother come on here and tell a story, because here's the thing. Eventually, people start to watch these and they start to really learn and see, wow, it's not just one person. There's many brothers out there that's doing the thing, and they're not just preaching. They live in this life. And I think eventually, that's what's going to make the difference between, seeing one of your teachers at school say something, or seeing somebody preach it, or seeing somebody that looks like you really making it out there. And I appreciate you for coming on and giving your wise wisdom, man.
Yeah, and take care of yourself physically too, because mentally, you're right. You can't do nothing mentally, but if you physically not exercising, working out, you got to take care of yourself, man. You got to physically take. I just hit 50 a couple of years ago. I work out every day. I'm at the gym with guys in their 20s and 30s. I'm pumping out, working out every day. Mind, body, soul. I keep care of myself, and I keep myself free, because the only way you're going to keep yourself free, you got to keep working at it. You got to keep working your mind, developing your mind. Physically, you got to stay physically fit. I mean, if you're neglecting yourself and abusing you're going to go down, man. You got to take care. In this healthcare system in this state, you got to take care of yourself, because you can't depend on this system. Don't depend. They will pump you up with so much. Oh, don't worry, come back. We'll give you this medication. Oh, don't, you got a headache. Oh, no, we'll give you this. Oh, we'll give you it. Before you know it, you take it on these. That's a whole different subject. That's a whole different subject. Anyway, Fresh, you're the man.
I appreciate it, man. Each one teach one, man. Last thing before I go, Don, I'll say this, man. Try not to focus on getting a flip. Try to focus on getting a buy and hold. Because a buy and hold is wealth. The flip is a job. When you flipping property, it becomes a job. You want to get some wealth first before you start flipping. So think about something you can buy and something that can save you rent and you can make money first and then go about that. But I appreciate everybody for coming in, man. It's your boy FRE $H Fresh at the Flyboy Way THE_FLYBOYWAY. Don't ask why. Just check out the channel, and I'll see you on the next video. Make sure y'all hit up Kings and Dreams. He's got an awesome panel tonight with Zoom to Thailand, with Andre from Love Crossing Borders, and with Telemade Dreams. And let's support our brothers, man. Peace.